Generic greetings and welcome to Railway Empire 2. Today's beverage is a very nice coffee, black, no sugar, the perfect stimulating beverage to build and manage a railway. Hopefully. Either way, welcome to the game. This is a railway building and management game where we have to build the stations, connect the track, make trains, send them on the way, gather resources and take them from one point to another. And there's other industry stuff, and you've got like different tasks and scenarios and research and your engine shed and that sort of thing. So before we get heavy into the video, this is not going to be a tips, tricks, tutorial video or anything like that. It is simply a playthrough. I've been very much enjoying the game as of late, and I just wanted to show you a little bit of it. This is the first scenario of the campaign, and well, this scenario alone I've put over 5 hours into, so it's a fairly expansive one. So quick primer on the game, and indeed the first one of its kind, Railway Empire. I did play and display it on the channel in the past, but not in any great amount, and I didn't put a huge amount of time into it, not as much as I would have liked, and I can't really put my finger on any one specific reason. There's not one thing that sort of comes to mind to say why I didn't really get into that game very heavily. I did very much bounce off it for, well, like I say, a number of reasons, but I can't recall exactly what. This one is sort of the opposite. I've been very much enjoying it and playing it quite heavily. I don't know if there's been any big changes implemented from the first to the second game, or just it's a general advancement in how smooth it is. Whatever, either way, I know I'm enjoying it, so let's just enjoy that while we can and not question it too much, although that is a bit of a backlog here. Yeah, one of the things I should point out at this stage, and I'm getting my racing driver's excuses out early here, is that basically this is the sort of tutorial-ish map. You start off in Boston, go over to Portland, over to Bangor and down to Albany and expand on, and well, some of the routing is questionable and some of it is actually not terrible, so we'll see how we get on. Anyway, in terms of our task list here, we have the expansion southwards. We need to achieve an express line between Boston and Philly. Also, deliver 8 loads of salt to New York, but we don't actually have access to New York, and reach 75,000 citizens in the Mid-Atlantic States region, which is Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C. So we do have Boston there, and then we've got Philly down here. This is a rival railway company owned by that person there. I think we can look at the company here, and there they are. So that's Barty, and we own 7% of their stock. Oh wait, we own a little bit more than that. We own 10% now. Yeah, I am intending to buy them out, I should point out. So we may go down this way, but it costs 1.1 million generic units of currency, which is something we don't have to order to. That's just to access the region. So I think what we'll do is we'll take things like this Edison Ranch and the Harris Farmstead, and we'll move stuff around and maybe do some other connections as well. So the Edison Ranch, it is supplying cows. There you go, there's livestock. So the different cities, for example, Buffalo here with 20,004 citizens, they have a need for grain, corn, wood, meat, beer, which is actually produced here. That is that's one of the industries that's here. There you go, we have a brewery, and we need to bring these resources over. So they don't need livestock and they don't need wool. There's no supply there, but they do need timber. So where am I going to get lumber from? Well, the nearest lumber point from this location is over here. There's one there. There's also one over here. Now, we could, from here, probably bring this around and connect it up. But this is already a bit too... It's a bit too... not, I wouldn't say convoluted, but it's already getting a bit messy and a bit cramped. So we'll probably not bother with that one. Let's move somewhere else and see where else we could probably take cows. We could take them to... We can take them to Quebec City. Quebec City has... where is it? It's a meat production plant. It's a meat industry, and it's privately owned. How much would it cost to buy it? $500,000. Okay, and it takes livestock and turns it into meat. So that's the butchering process. Now, you don't necessarily have to have a direct connection. So this is the David Ranch, and we can see if we zoom in, high fidelity. Got some cows there. All right. That's Generi breed, I think. And what happens is they will be transported on this road network all the way along here and then into the city. So we don't need to connect it via rail. We could do, but it'll be pretty much pointless. We might get a bit of money off it, but not much. But bringing it from here is a bit of a different story, so let's do just that. Over to building construction and to the train station here. I'm going to place the train station in, well, probably want to be outside of the bounds of Toronto, and we'll probably bring it round and in. So we'll place it in, say, there. And then we can go over to our tracks, and that's new rail line, my mistake. And this is where we have our station. So there's the station. As long as it's within the sort of radius of that industry, we are going to connect it. I did check earlier, and sadly, the wool there, that's where we've got the, is that just Harris Farmstead? Yeah, it's just wool. There you go. And basically, if you were able to get the station in both, and you can pick up both items, like for example over here, this is Adam's Rest, and we're getting from that station both the corn and the grain of some kind. Is it wheat? Anyway, so let's connect this up, because we gain 300,000 just for doing it in the next 102 days. So let's go to track construction. We're going to go and zoom in, and these are all the connection points. 8 connection points in total. I'm going to go with the third one down because of reasons. I like to keep at least 2 on one side and 2 on the other until I know I'm going to totally fill that up. And we're going to basically come down and click that in here, and I need to connect this up. So I'm just going to unpause it and see what direction that's going. So it's going that direction. So let's just go to track direction. Yep, so that is going that way. We'll talk about directions in a moment. So that is technically legit. I could just remove that and that would work, okay? 160,907 generic units of currency, 122 kilometers of track. So there's that. Now, the elevation might be a bit poor in places. So you can see we've got these high-sided bits. We can basically reduce that, and that's going to cheapen out some of the cost of this one. So we'll bring it down. That brings it to 54. And then over there, that's all pretty much level, and then it connects up. That's as simple as that, actually. And do we want to have that there? I actually want to have it there, for reasons that will hopefully become clear in but a moment. And, oh, look at that. It's having a bit of a bother there. So let's increase that grid. It'll be +4, but max speed is fine. And, oh, limited speed there. Why is it limited speed there? I'm not too sure why there was limited speed there. It's a bit curious. It does have its quirk, this game. I must confess, sometimes the routing can be an issue, but it's no big deal breakers. So I'm going to build that. And I'm also then going to go to this side, come along, and follow this down, and mouse over that point, and we can build that as well. You notice the price, though, it's only 60 grand. That's because we've already done the majority of the labour to flatten this out and make a track bed and all that sort of thing. It's just a little extension, so we'll build that. Okay, that is now in. So we can go from the Edison stop, and we can get onto this main line, which is coming all the way through here, and then eventually to Quebec City, which is, yeah, well, it's getting a bit full, isn't it? Let's be honest. Is there a way I can... is there a way I can fix that? There is probably a way I can fix that. Probably best to connect up to, say, here. You know what? I'll come back to that in a moment. We need to finish this one off. Going to go over to our gridiron, and this allows you to go from one side to the other. That's placed near the station. And then over here, we need to go to the one-way system and make sure that it is all correct. So that is wrong, and that is right. So it's going to come down and connect onto the sort of outbound, and then the one return leg is coming this way. And not only does that automatically put in all of these signals, it means that you can have multiple trains running on there. You're not going to get any collisions or anything like that. So that's the idea. That is fine. There's also a supply tower there, which supplies sand, oil, and water. Not that there'll be much sand, I don't think, because there's not much gradients. And let's go for then... Let's see if I can fix all of this massive backlog that we've got going on. So we can connect up there, and... we can't connect up there. That would be all kinds of... yeah, that's just not happening. I guess we could go there and there. No, we can't. We're going to have to continue on. I mean, we could do something like that. That would work. If we were to do something like that, and then they could go on these two. Let me just double check the routing, and... well, the routing actually wouldn't matter, really. So that can go there. Let's place that. And then the other side Similar thing. Again, it's doing okay. Oh, look at that. That's created this weird walled bit. But it does look good. That's pretty good. Alright, so we've still got the one-way routing in. We do need to place a gridiron, and... Ooh, am I even going to be able to place one? It says there was one there. Oh, that's a bug. That's nowhere near correct. There we go. We can place a 4 gridiron there. And I'll unpause it, and then that should allow trains to go into this other side. And the one-way system is still operational, so that's fine. I want to make sure we go in there and out there. Right, that is now correct. So that will hopefully help. Okay, let's actually put that train into service then. So Edison stop over to Quebec City. And then we might as well stop at the other cities on the way back, just to carry resources. This is going to be the Dunham locomotive, manufactured in 1831, mixed suitability, which means it happily deals with both freight and passengers. 2 trains on the line. We're only loading freight. We're not going to be an express line. If we put automatic, I mean, automatic would work, and it is a mixed lot. Well, we might as well do that. As long as we drop off the meat, that's the main thing. And we will confirm that. Now, because I've done that, because it's going to be transporting those resources, on here, we have... Oh, God, we have 12 going from London to Quebec City and back. Okay, what utilization is that? It is 14% utilization. I'm going to reduce that down because it's just there's just too many trains on that track. Okay, that's good. And eventually, once this is deployed, that is deployed. There we go. There is the train, and off it goes. So that's good. Let's just pause a moment, check out research. We've got a mail car we could get. I'm working on the Derwent, which is a freight train. Actually, no, mineral oil, I think. Maintenance requirement for the locomotives are reduced. Yeah, we'll go for that probably. So that's now in. Okay, let's think about something a bit more advanced, perhaps. And, well, Quebec City is... What's it got? It's got clothing? It has got clothing. Alright, so it needs wool. Which, well, we can build. We can come from here. There's wool there. Now, the question is, can I get across? I'm not convinced. And it's only... it's only one line. Okay, that could be an issue. If I was to go there and across, would it work? No. We'd have to come back like that. Right. I mean, it's very doable. Delete the planning. Okay, for a start then, what is running on this line? We click on the line. Oh, track utilization is 0%. Nothing is running on that line at this stage. That's fine then. I'm going to delete it. And also, there's a fuel point there. And actually, hang on. Was the one, hang on. I'm sure there was one. Yeah, there it is. Random supply tower just in the middle of nowhere. As I said, this has been the learning game. So, a couple of things. We want, from here, a track that comes down to Bangor. It's automatically recommending a double track, which we will accept. We'll put in that, and we'll put in that. I didn't alter the height or anything. It's not really a cause for concern at this stage. And we need to check the routing. So the routing is, this is outbound, so we want to change that to outbound. I mean, it all depends on a lot of things, doesn't it? The actual connections, but there you go. So if we were to do that... Oh, yeah, look at that. That's not happening at all. So unless we were to... Can we go across like that? Possible. It is possible. But I think we're just going to have more distance between the two. Okay. And then that connects up to, say, there. Like that. But I don't like this whole Look how big the trestle is. Like, there's no need in it being that long at all. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. Now, is that right for routing? Yeah, but it doesn't need to be like that. I can have it on that side and that side. Build. Same thing again. And it didn't glitch out. That's actually surprising. I would have thought like that it would have tried to bend the whole thing in multiple ways. So, let's have a quick that one and that one. So it is... Wait. So it comes along. It's going that way. So it's that way and that way. We're all in. Okay, that one-way section is now legit. Let's go. And you know what I'm going to do? Ooh, no, it won't be able to that. I could say go from here, take the wool over to Quebec, come back and drop it off at Bangor, and then go back to that. But will it have to go all the way back and round is the question. Like, what will the routing be? Because I don't think it's going to come from there. I think it's just going to go back that way. Yeah, because there's no routing here. It comes in here to this station, but it doesn't go out again. Okay, so I'm going to drop it off at Quebec, and it's just going to come back. That's the plan. So it's going to be the Dunham locomotive, 2 trains on that one. Utilization is 50%. I mean, I'll have to check that up, actually. Oh, yes, there is actually multiplayer in the game as well. One of the big draws, actually, that I was looking forward to giving a go. Have yet to try it, but we'll definitely give it a go at some point. We'll put 2 on there. And no special wagons. You've got dining car, caboose, mail car, and refrigerator car. Obviously not yet unlocked. And it's automatically picking up the wool. You can select it and say which tracks it comes out on, number of wagons, and you know, you want to make sure you definitely get the wool or don't bring the wool. Yeah, there's lots of options for that, but it just works. Your train runs along sections without direction tracks. Okay. Does it now? I don't agree. Oh, I do agree. Why does that have a direction? I thought that was that way. It doesn't like that. That's why. Now it's good. Okay. That's fine. Right. Back to it then. So. Go from there to Quebec City and back. Freight. Go. I'll have to check the utilization option. It's about optimization. No. Like I say, learning game, picking it up, still enjoying, so I'm not really too bothered at this stage, but the getting the efficiency down is a later us problem. So that's going to come over to there, to Quebec City. What else? We've got Portland here, who, to be fair, we can build another industry. So new production currently produces meat. We've got fashion industry. We've got sawmills. We've got a dairy farm. Oh, there's cheese there. We could bring the dairy down. That is very doable. Ceramics factory. Now, I know we've got in there, we've got coal. There's the coal mines there. And over here, we have clay. But getting that over there is going to be a problem. We're going to go with dairy. So, what I'll do is you actually physically place this. So I'm going to place it in there. There's our dairy. So now we need to get cheese over there. And obviously we now own that as well, which is good. I should probably buy out something like trainer's negative balance. Which one is this? Which one is that one? It's just heading out. Anyway, so milk. Milk is there. Milk is there. We're going to take it from here. And, well, we've got this mountain range to go around. I'm going to go with mineral oil to increase the... What is it? Maintenance requirement is reduced, yeah. So, while I'm waiting, actually, company, over to Barty. Gonna buy more of his stock. Let's go to construction. Oh, actually, did I... I didn't. I didn't place a supply tower in there. I didn't technically place one in here, but it's always going to go onto that one there, so it should be fine. Just if it was coming down here, it wouldn't. So, back to building. So, here, we could... I mean, out of interest, we could place it right on the top of the mountain. Yeah, that'll be a routing challenge for us. Let's do that. So, track construction. I want it to get to... What is not being utilised? These two end ones are actually not being utilised. So, from that one, it needs to connect up to that one. And that would be a tunnel... Oh! Right, okay. It looked okay from that side, but not that side. So that would be 2 million. 2 million to build that one. Right. Okay. Now, this is unavoidable, I think. I mean, technically, I could go around, couldn't I? Like, I could go this way and round. But I don't think that's going to happen. So what we'll do, we'll get rid of those. But we will place one in here. And we're going to bring that right down. So that's going to be limited speed, though. Right. To there. And what I'm doing is leveling this off, and we're going to go around the mountain, naturally. I have no interest in being underground all that time. And we've already halved the track construction costs. Which is good. Naturally, there's going to be some undulation in this terrain as we build. Let's come down a bit. Down from there. Place one in there. Bring that down as well. Bit of an interesting grade, but whatever. Up a bit. Up a bit. Yeah, that's okay. I think that's just gonna have to be like that. Alright. And then we come around. I'll actually unpause it while we're building here. And then it obviously goes directly in. This is only the first one. Alright, whatever. So in there. Well, I could drop it down a bit. To about there. This one, similar thing. This one will go up a bit. And that seems to be about right. 1 million. 1 million. We do have some limitations on the speed. 66 being the lowest. Oh, technically there. That's just entering and exiting the station anyway, so I'm not too concerned on that one. Making that a bit taller is actually cheaping it out. Alright, well I think that's about the best we're going to get it. Yeah, something like that. And that's going to take the milk over to Portland. Okay. Just going to double check something. And... yeah. Oh! A vegetable farm near Charlottesville. And we're not even in there, so you can have that. Right, fine. Back to track construction. It does save the track, by the way, so now I can build it. Double tracking would cost me... whoa, a fraction of the cost. Oh, we'll have... we'll have two. That's Yeah, 276,000. And there we go, that's built. That was simple enough done, wasn't it? So, gridiron goes in there. Gridiron goes... Oh. Doesn't go anywhere. That's a problem. Look at that. We can't have a gridiron underneath. I didn't know. But it can go there, so we do have a gridiron in at least. There's tools for checking out all your rail lines, your city lists, flow of goods, etc. Wow. Apparently Quebec City just sends everything everywhere. Additional overlays like train usage. There's your contour lines, etc. Research and other things, but no option to like alter the terrain really. Well, aside from the routing. Small breakdown. Really? 65% maintenance. In Portland we do have quarterly balance. We've gained 1.5 million. Good. We do have in here, let's have a look. Portland. Yeah, we do have a maintenance department. We can also build an extension so you can get like a warehouse or a post office. Dispatch hall. Dispatch hall shortens the wait. Might as well. There's a lot of that I should have done around here, but we'll get to it eventually. Whoa, what's going on here? What on earth? We're all stuck. Is that genuinely broke? Oh, 12%. London to Quebec City. Right, but I'm sure there's a maintenance department at some point. Well, there's not one there. Let's put a maintenance hall in there. Ottawa? We've got... No, we haven't got one there. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, that might be a big oversight on my part. Right, okay. I thought we had a maintenance hall along here. I mean, we could make it very expensive. I think it's quite expensive, but you can build... You got your supply towers, but you can build a maintenance port. Built next to a track and reduce the chance of breakdowns on nearby tracks. Generates very high costs and should only be used to protect high trafficked areas. Well, this is a high trafficked area, so I could place it there. But they're on the way now, so we're fine. Right, so this is in. We just need to set the flow of traffic. Like that. That is fine. And it's there. Freight. And down to Portland. Just going to double check what's on this line. We have an express train for passengers. And, oh, inheritance. A distant but wealthy aunt has unfortunately passed and bequeathed you 100 raw materials stocks. Ah, okay. That's, I mean, thank you. Distant relative. There you go. So I can trade stocks and gain money if I need to. You can also issue bonds and such to get yourself loan, like money. So anyway, let's buy some more. More of his company. And that's now in. So yes, we've got this here. This is, where is it? Quebec City to... Hang on. On this line. Sorry, this line here. It is Quebec City to Pulse and Stop. What is that? There. Why is it selecting that then? I just want to make sure we've got routes. Yeah, that's an express train. So this meat and stuff in Portland being fulfilled, but we do need to shift it. Okay, we'll have a look at that at another day. I think we're going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Railway Empire 2, and I've just realised that... Is the weather changing? Either way, yes, very much enjoying the game. Still picking up a lot of the subtleties and working through, obviously, the... Ooh, banger is growing in size. Yeah, picking up all of the subtleties and getting to grips with it. But the main takeaway is I'm very much enjoying it. So, yeah, if you want to see more, by all means, let me know. If you have any tips, comments, suggestions, whatever, let me know in the comments, because I would love to hear them. And, yeah, as always, if you have enjoyed it, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.